Okay, but check this out. But this also ties back into the conversation of like polygamy too. I know. It's a forbidden fruit. But truth be told, it kind of does go back into the conversation of polygamy regardless, right? Because a man that has several baby mamas, even though they may not be together, but they may be doing their own thing, whatever, it's still kind of, if he is taking care of his children the way he's supposed to, right? It's still kind of a situation like a off-brand situation of polygamy, regardless. You know, it's kind of an off-brand situation of polygamy, regardless. You know, a lot of times, the the father is still in side relationships with the mothers. We know this. Sometimes, you know, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. But it's still also like a man that has many children with many different women. It's kind of sort of an off-brand subsection of like polygamy, whether you like it or not, right? So, a lot of times when we see a relationship, where a woman and a man is married and then he has a side chick that gets pregnant, whether they stay together or not, he still has another family he has to take care of, and it's still a conversation of polygamy, you know, there's still kind of a conversation of polygamy, right? So when I say like women, us as women, and just how the dating pool is nowadays, is it so bad to put your wants and needs, what you want, first, right? Is it so bad? You know, and I say that because if you want a family, you can have a family. You don't really have to wait on a man for that. Like I said, this dating pool is so messed up nowadays. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, and when you are deciding on having a family and it's like, well, this is something that I want to do, yeah. But when you start to put the pieces together on the other person, the father figure, you really have to sit there and think about the security of the child. You know, you really, really do. You really do. You know what? Something is, it was really like crazy to me though. I have met women. You ever met like women and they have like 4 or 5 kids, but they all have different daddies? And you know, people in society they'll be like, well, she's a whore, and yada yada this and yada yada that. But truth be told, if we must be honest, what's the difference in a man having 4 or 5 baby mamas and a woman having 4 or 5 baby daddies? What's the difference? What's the difference really? You know, why is it that a man could do it and a woman cannot? Especially if she gonna end up with the kid either way. More time, more likely she gonna end up with the kid anyway. More times than likely she gonna end up with the kid anyway. What does it even matter, right? And now we have technology nowadays where you can like genetically modify your child. If you want the child to have blue eyes, you can give it blue eyes. If you want the child to be, hopefully you can give it to be lighter skinned or taller or good or better hair or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You can like literally genetically modify your child. If you got the money to do that, you can genetically modify yourself. You know what I'm saying? But what does it really matter though? You know? Because just thinking about the option of sperm donation, right? I can have whatever type of child I want. If I want to have my baby be all black, I can. If I want to have a mixed baby with like a Puerto Rican, descent, I could do that. Or Indian or, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If we have the options of doing that, and nowadays we live in a mind state where you have to put your needs first, right? and you have to put your happiness first. That's what everybody's yelling, right? What's so wrong with potentially just cutting out the middleman? Or I ain't gonna say the middleman. I'm gonna say the middle drummer, right? And just living your life for you. A lot of women get pregnant in these relationships, right? And they're starting to say now, like, I had my baby for me. I didn't have my baby for that man. I had that baby for me because I was ready to have a child, right?